Hey guys, how's it going? SoCal here, and today, finally AI day, I separated myself from a ridiculous amount of money to get this and set it up the way I have, and I'm finally going out to shoot it tomorrow, sort of. Probably not going to see this video till after, well after I've already shot it, but just quick tabletop review and kind of little tour of the AI AXMC, chambered formerly in 300 Win Mag, currently chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, and this thing is sick. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the Accuracy International AXMC. MC stands for multi-caliber. This thing is as good as it gets when you're talking about long-range precision rifles. Just like to take a side note to say thank you, Mr. X-Ring, for separating me from all this money. Looking forward to using it, and tell you what, it'd be really cool if you could come out here and actually school me on it. I have no doubt it's an awesome shooter, but just be kind of fun to see you drive it. But anyway, here it is, the X-Ring gun. Start with the buttstock, work it forward in Kodaboy fashion. This buttstock, with this little thumb wheel here, what this allows you to do is raise and lower the buttstock, change its position. You can turn it upside down if you're into that. Actually, that is upside down. This is upside up. And just lock it back into place. You just tighten it up. These two surfaces here that just kind of grip onto one another. There's a little thumb wheel on the back here that you can change the length of pull in and out. But I had it right where I liked it, so I'm going to leave it there. Same deal with the cheek riser. It's a little thumb wheel. Go up and down with it. There's a button on the back here for the swiveling stock. You can swivel it right out of the way, and actually when the bolt's down, it actually captures the bolt, so it cannot move. It stays in place, which is pretty cool. Also, you don't have to push anything or do anything to get the buttstock back in action. This little pin right here actually clips into this little kind of housing right there. The grip itself is really nothing exciting or anything much to really write home about. I've started actually using more of a forward grip like this. It just feels better than to grip it like this. I more or less find myself using that little piece of hardware there actually as a thumb rest. Alright, so the bolt is a piece of beauty. I have to swing this out of the way, push a button over here, bolt will come out, and this thing is gorgeous. I got it all greased up. I run the bolt pretty dry, but as far as the locking lugs, I like to grease them up. There are 6 locking lugs on this, the way it locks up in the chamber. Handle, meh. I think they could probably do better with this, but I kind of they're trying to keep it simple, low drag. It's not going to get caught on anything. And then the trigger controls, everything in here. Actually, you can't take it off while it's cocked, but to take and change the bolts out, basically there's this little button right here. You push on it, and it just pivots out of the way. The whole thing pulls off. You can swap out your bolt. So this is a 308 bolt. If you had the 300 Win Mag or 338 Lapua bolt, it just slides right onto that, and then you can slide it right back into the gun, and you're all set up with that part of the caliber change. Moving on down, you have a full rail that goes the entire length of the chassis. On the scope here, I'm running a Vortex, no, not a Vortex, Night Force, ATAC R, what does this say, 7 to 35 power monster. The scope is just freaking amazing. Zero stop turrets with a spur mount. On the other side of the gun, I have a levering device from these guys, the Send It level from Long Range Precision Arms, which basically, if you want to see more about that, check out X-Ring's channel. He does a little bit on that topic, but basically it just tells you if the gun's canted left or right. You got your magazine release right here. You push forward on it, magazine drops out, and then also part of the caliber change there up inside here is the kind of magazine adapter. So if you push this button, alright, so there we go. That's the first time I've ever done that, so a little bit of a learning curve though. You have to have the magazine release forward as well as push in there, and then with a fourth hand come in here. But anyway, it's basically just an adapter for the smaller magazines to fit in, and then you have the larger, like I said, this is a 300 Win Mag. The larger magazine will just normally just fit right up in there like so. So this particular gun is a 26-inch barrel. Let me flip it around so you can kind of see the barrel. Scoot it back a little ways. Something about AI, I don't know what it is, but it drives me nuts as well. When they time their barrels, why does that have to be like that? Why is it sideways, or not even sideways? It's just like completely canted and weird. Anyway. I took the Picatinny rail that was on, I think, this side of the gun, and I took it off, and it's the longest one that they come with, and I have it secured through two of their key mod locking holes, for lack of a better word, sticking out almost like a spigot mount type thing, just to get the bipod a little bit farther, stabilize the gun, make it a little less sensitive to movement. So that's the reason why that is that way. Lastly, I guess, the muzzle brake, or the compensator I'm using, is a 419 tactical, pardon me, area 419, which is actually a really cool setup. I'm trying to remember which way to turn it. You have to turn it like you're going to loosen it, or rather tighten it to take it off, and vice versa. But basically it just unscrews like so. And the beauty of this thing is it's completely self-timing. So this is the part that screws onto the barrel, this little unit right here, and then you have the compensator itself right here. So basically you just thread this on, and then you thread this guy on, and you turn it the wrong direction to tighten it. And then when it's right about locked up, there's like a little a bushing in here, and it allows you to turn it wherever you want it. And actually on the front of it, there's a little, like a horizontal line, so you can line it up. And then there's a little, the caliber type at the top. And I can't tell from where I'm standing what it looks like, but that looks about right. So all you have to do is just give it a hit, and then just turn this on. It stays right where you leave it. You just tighten this, hand tight, and it's on. So digging those. I'm going to be picking those, a couple more of those up. And then just for shins and giggles, here is the leveler. I've showed you those in the past. Again, go check out X-Ring's video if you're interested in that. So If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll show you basically how stupid easy it is to do a complete barrel change out and caliber change out. We'll take it back from 6.5 Creedmoor to the way it came, which was 300 Win Mag. And it's basically just changing out the bolt, removing that magazine adapter, and then swapping the barrel. So it takes about 90 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on how familiar you are with it. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. You got any questions, put them down in the comments box. Yeah, that's about it. You guys know the drill. Hit that sub button, give me a thumbs up, and stick around.